What's up, gamers? It's your boy Goldman12, and today we're doing something special. This is going to be episode one of the Genshin Impact podcast I'm going to be having with my co-host Xgino. Say hi,
Hello.
plug your stuff if you want.
Nah, I'm good. I don't need to. But hello. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, and the goal of this is just to talk about Genshin, obviously. And since it's going to be a weekly series, right? We're
hmm
just going to bring up some topics, our news related to the game, and just talk about it. First order of
Correct.
business is the live stream. We had that 2.4 live stream today,
We
and
did. I watched it.
yes, I want to know what you think of it.
Um. Okay. Well, to be honest, I feel like that was easily the best live stream that we've ever had. The entire time the chat was going absolutely crazy. Especially when they revealed the banners, the Zhongli and Ganyu banners. That was nuts. A lot of people were super excited about that, and I'm honestly really glad to see that Zhongli's getting a rerun because I know Venti had his rerun with his event, the Mondstadt related event. So it's really nice to see that they're giving a Zhongli banner rerun because I know a lot of people still to this day don't have him, even though he's already had two. And I feel like he's definitely 100% worth it. Ganyu's getting her first rerun. We have Zhao getting his first rerun. Tons of characters that are coming back that are all extremely powerful. I feel like easily Zhongli's the best out of all of them. We haven't seen Shinhei's entire kit yet. I do think Shinhei is going to be very powerful. She looks to be like I don't know. I think she's a physical DPS just by the way her weapon looks, but we will see what they do with her. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked too much into leaks myself, so we'll see what they entirely do with her. But I think the pure aspect of everything that is coming is absolutely amazing. You have that new island as well that we could talk about. Not the island, but the underground part. I thought that was super cool. It gives me a lot of Dark Soul vibes.
It gives me vibes of Destiny's Ascendant Plane.
Yeah.
It looks just like that kind of stuff, like the light and dark theme that they're going for. Very cool. Design like overall for all this new stuff, its skins and everything, I think it's really sick.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the Ningguang and the Keqing skin,
mhm.
beautiful.
Yes,
Absolutely beautiful.
very cool skins, and it's awesome that they're continuing the theme of keeping the 4-star skins free during the event so everyone can get them. I think that
hmm
is very nice, and hopefully we can get more awesome skins in the future for other various events.
They actually did way better than I thought they were gonna do with the skins. I'm not gonna lie. The skins actually have different details. It's like unlike Jean, like Barbara's, all she did was literally get like her clothes changed. But the Ningguang one, they actually changed the way her hair looks, which I thought was
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah,
And
I I hope in the future they're gonna do what they do with Honkai and have effects changing skins.
yeah,
But right now I'm not so sure they're gonna add that to the game.
I see. I don't know because they might do that, but it's just I don't know. It's some of the laws and stuff. I feel like some of the laws out there just won't allow it at the current moment. But now that they've switched studios to I think what is it, New Zealand or whatever they're based in. I forgot where they're
Yeah,
based
I
in, but
remember.
well they're outside of the China Republic now, and now they'll actually have more freedom when designing characters, which I think would be pretty cool because I know a lot of the reason why is they were really after Venti, and Venti was like a main target because they don't like people who they just don't like fanboys out in China, which I mean I can understand sort of, but like at the same time he's been in the game for a long time and they didn't give him a fair warning, and the game could get shut down over them just not liking the way the character looks, which I think is ridiculous. But besides that point, I do think in the near future we're going to be getting even more skins. So here's hoping for a Bunny Girl Raiden outfit.
I think we all want that for our, insert waifu here. Uh, I'm hoping
Oh
we
yeah.
get some cool outfits as well, like maybe Samurai Raiden or something.
Oh,
Um,
that actually would be sick. But
I
I'm
think
I'm
it'd be
hoping for
sick.
that Bunny Girl, man.
Yeah.
Bunny Girl would be the
Um,
pop.
but yeah, God, those events, I'm excited that Wind Trace is coming back. And they
Oh
clearly
yeah.
showed off that they're packing a lot of events in this next update, which is nice. So we're gonna get some pretty good rewards overall. Uh, the daily like login rewards are exactly the same as last year, which is somewhat
Yep.
disappointing to me, but it's nice that they are at least gonna keep it consistent and give you some free multis just for logging in, which
Yep.
is better than nothing, right?
Oh, dude, it's
Um,
way better than nothing. It's actually
that's cool.
amazing on how much
Um,
they're giving us.
the
Better than the 1 anniversary rewards. Yeah.
Yeah, the main thing that sticks out to me is the fact that Yunjin is gonna be free from the um invite thing that they're doing. I forgot what it's called.
The pickup, I don't know, it's just like a pickup event
Yeah,
almost.
I think that's sick.
Yeah, so free Yunjin. So if you don't pull her, if you're unlucky, like I am always unlucky, then you'll be able to get her for free, which I think is really cool. So I'm glad that they're doing that as a new feature in this next game.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick up probably a copy of her on my main, simply because I have the other characters and I
Hmm.
don't deem it necessary for me to get Beidou or Xingqiu constellations. Though if I was
Right.
recommending for other people, definitely you want to pick up those two probably first, or Zhangling constellations before anyone else.
I do recommend highly picking up either Beidou, Xingqiu, or Jingling if you don't have them at C6. But if you are like me and you have literally almost every 4-star C6, then you could just go for the new characters, Yunjin, which is what I'm personally gonna do. But if you really need a consolation, or if you're like me, literally last time I was, I think I had a C5 Beidou, and I literally just got C6 Beidou with the free thing. So
Hmm.
that's what you're into. Like for example, Beto is one of my personal favorite characters. I just went ahead and C6 too. So at the end of the day, just prioritize who you like the most. You won't regret it because I mean that's what I do in every video game. There's a character I want, I'm gonna make sure they're maxed out first before I get the next one.
So are you expecting anything in the update past this? Because I know this, we both know that this update's gonna be pretty nice, but are you expecting anything in the
Um,
next update, possibly related
well,
to the new location?
we have the brand new release of that new location that you just talked about, and we have it's not an Archon, well, I don't know, it's not an Archon quest. It's just a kind of side story. There's another monster coming out. Jinhei's about to throw hands with them. It's gonna be pretty cool. In terms of actual story development, I don't know if we're gonna get another quest in the next update after the next one that just got announced. So 2. Would be 2.7.
2.5.
The 2.5. Okay, I'm a little lost, but anyways, 2.5 would be pretty cool if they did another Archon quest and maybe hyping up the release of the next area. So I don't know. Maybe they'll do something like that, but maybe they'll do something like they had with the fucking return of what's his name, Dainsleif. So maybe we'll have like another Dainsleif return and a little side story with Lumine and Aether and stuff like that. But we'll see what they do. I'm honestly very excited to see what they do with it. I have no really predictions other than the banners because they are very unpredictable when it comes to the story. I like not even the leakers know until like literally like the final day.
Yeah, I'm
So
expecting, probably expecting an Archon quest because Yae is supposedly coming out within the same update, and she has close ties to Raiden, so I would
mhm.
imagine they would do an Archon quest, something with her, or maybe this next
Yeah.
one is one. I don't know.
Yeah, the next one, it looks like to be a normal quest. Maybe it is an Archon quest, but I feel like for the most part, it's just a really massive side story. I think that makes the most sense to me. So just a really huge side story to hype up Shinhei and to hype up Ganyu and Zhao because of their release and all that stuff. So I just feel like it's another side story, but it's cool.
Yeah, that is for sure. So it's funny that you mentioned Zhao. What do you think of the rerun characters? Like each one of them. Like, what are your thoughts on all these characters? The 5 stars.
Well, Zhao, I easily think is one of the best characters in the entire game. When you have him at C6, he goes from C0, he's really good. He's a really good AoE damage dealer, but at C6 he goes to like he literally just becomes ludicrous. Like he's absolutely broken at C6. And sometimes he's not broken in a good way because sometimes his dashes can mess up and it can mess you out of things. But to my people out there that suck at using Zhao at C6, my advice is get good because you're not using him right. I'm just kidding. It happens sometimes where you fly off like you literally can go from one side of the map to the other by accidentally like moving your mouse a little bit to the left instead of
Mm-hmm.
targeting. So I feel like the easiest way I see them fixing Zhao's C6 constellation and the way his dashes work is literally just fix the auto targeting system because the auto targeting system, while it is good for the most part, they just need to make it either stronger or detections. I don't know because some characters like Venti or Diona literally will just throw
Mm-hmm.
her fucking like her ultimate. She'll just throw it like 40,000 feet away from everything, and it's just like the most
Yeah.
annoying thing ever. And then you also have Venti, where you aim it at like a group of enemies, and he turns around and blasts it at one enemy, and he gets like no value out of his ultimate. So I don't know. They just have to fix something with that. And I think his C6 would be better. But overall, I think Zhao is an amazing character and definitely worth people's investment.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. The main thing with him is that he's, I would argue, definitely the most mechanically complex character, like in terms of actual game skill, because you need to know when to time your plunges and how to aim his dash and all of that, and be able to manage his
That is true.
energy. Because while I do say people overstate his energy problem, you are always running a battery with him to keep his constant uptime on his ult, right? So you need to
Yes.
swap out constantly to generate his ult. Like Sucrose are high constellation G, right? That's
Yeah.
definitely something to consider for that character.
I agree. All right. So next, you said other rerun characters. So Zhongli, and then we got Ganyu.
To be
So
honest, I don't think
Zhongli,
Zhongli much needs to be said about him. We all know he has
no,
a broken shield, and that's the main thing
no.
about him. He's got some nice damage on his ults, right? You just press it, it's done. They're
Oh yeah.
paralyzed or petrified, right? And
Four
that's it.
seconds at crowned, I think.
Yeah, it's 4 seconds.
It's I don't know. His kit is absolutely broken. Easily one of the best kits in the entire game. I still think, in my opinion, he's the best character in the entire game. His overall value cannot be like stated on how good it is. He just does so much. I mean, stunning,
Mhm.
CC. He's got the best shield in the entire game. He's got he's got one of the best, like, I don't know. He just, his normal attacks also hit hard too. So if you want to play him as a DPS carry, you literally can, because his normal attacks now hit harder because of his massive buff that he got. So I don't know. I feel like easily Zhongli's the best out of all of them. But the second best is going to go to Ganyu, who is the next also up and coming one. She'll be releasing alongside Zhongli. So a very difficult lineup for people that are missing Zhongli and Ganyu. They're going to have to choose between literally immortality or between overpowered one-shot character.
Yeah, are expecting
So,
future characters as well. Gotta keep that in
mhm.
mind since they're, within the same update, all these powerful characters.
Right, right. I'm very scared on what's to come in 2.5 because if it is what I think it's gonna be,
Yay,
my wallet will
Cosmo,
cry.
Raven.
Yeah, I will have a mental breakdown and cry if it's who I think it is.
Yeah.
Because I think it's absolutely amazing what they're doing so far with these rerun banners. Two banners an update, or not two banners update. Two banners every half update now, so four banners in total. I feel like it's way better than what they were doing before with only two banners. Because now they could just make rerun, and people won't really complain now. Which I think would really help out their sales. I don't know. It's just gonna help out everything. So it basically, the reruns are just gonna allow individual accounts now to save for specific reruns, and whenever they come around, they'll be able to pull them because they could just save for them. Not like before where you're waiting 11, 12 months for a rerun of Ganyu or Zhao. Now it's gonna be every once in a while they'll come back around. I'd say somewhere around like every like 3 months or so is when we'll probably see a rerun of a specific character. It might be longer. I would say, I don't know, maybe 6 to 9 months, but it's definitely not gonna take a year like every character has taken for the most part, except for some characters. Child, I'm looking at you. But still, going back to Ganyu, I think Ganyu is extremely broken. All the rerun characters here are extremely strong, very strong lineup. All of the leeway characters are literally broken. I don't think there's a single bad leeway character except for maybe Xinyan. But other than that, every single leeway character is ridiculous. Yanfei, maybe she's decent at best, but the leeway characters, they really make sure that they're strong.
Yeah. There's, I would not blame anyone for wanting to summon on these current banners that are coming up. Very appealing
Oh, no
for
way.
a lot of reasons. I,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
one,
yeah.
am going to skip all of them because I'm expecting other characters in a future update. For those who have been with me for a while, y'all know I'm wanting Yay, so yeah, that's gonna have probably 30k primos ready for her, something like that. Like
Jesus
a lot,
Christ.
so yeah, we'll see.
That is a lot of primos indeed.
Yeah. Something I guess free to plays would not be used to holding on to if you're like Envy and never summon.
Right. I do think Yay is gonna be insane. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling she's just gonna be broken. I don't know why.
I see no reason for her not to be insane. Because like
Exactly.
the thing with Inazuma characters, right? The 4 stars are kind of meh, but they pretty much all the 5 stars are insane, right? So
Right.
just expecting big things for her since she's supposed to be, or like people are saying that she's gonna be the Electro DPS, right?
Yeah, I think she's gonna be an Electro DPS, but in anything they could just make her Sarah but 5-star, and then like it'll work perfectly. So I don't know. We'll see what they do. I'm expecting big things from Yay. I think she's gonna be a perfect partner for Raiden in some certain way. Maybe when Raiden's on cooldown, with her ultimate, you can kind of just walk into
I mean, she's
Yay.
6, you don't really gotta worry about that.
Well, you make a point.
Like that character's kind of good. I don't know.
Yeah, I see. The problem is, if in my predictions, the next 2.5 update, if it's Kazuha, Yae, and Raiden, dude, I don't even know. That is such a ridiculous lineup
It's such
of
a
characters.
putting like two of the best supports in the same update is already absurd, but then putting what is supposed to be an insane DPS within the same update is like it's gonna
Another
get a lot
insane
of people.
DPS.
That's gonna get a lot of people. They're gonna start spending.
So, in my opinion, I think Raiden's like easily a top 5 character in the entire game. And
No,
then you have
100%. She does like way
Yae.
too much.
Then you have Yae, who has the potential to be better than Ganyu. Just because every DPS now has potential to be better than Ganyu. And then you have
I mean,
then
they're
you have
building
Kaza,
supports.
who's another top 5 character in the entire game. So you're kind of just like, Kazuha, like if Yae is as good as people keep hyping her up out to be, that update, the next update, 2.5, will probably have the best and strongest lineup in history that we've seen yet. You have 3 top 5 characters literally on the same update. And we don't even know because now they're doing 2 banners every half now. So we don't even know. It could be, just be Yae by herself, but Yae could also have a rerun alongside her. So
Or
who knows? Maybe it could be
another new
Yae and
character.
Ayaka.
Like
Yae,
I've seen
Ayaka,
people
Yae,
talking about
Yae.
Ayaka, right? So
Dude.
it could even be that as well, another new character.
That would be ridiculous. Could you imagine? You have
Two
okay,
new
so imagine
characters, two insane reruns.
imagine Ayato's like a top 7 or top 8 character. You have 4 top 8 characters on a single update. Could in my opinion, I
Money.
think that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Printing
So
money.
I really want Yae, but Kazuha, I just need him so I can make my Raiden do stupid damage.
I'm gonna
Right now,
snipe
the
him,
hardest
snipe him.
the hardest my Raiden hits right now is I think she hits somewhere around 560,000 without food. In certain domains like Funny 47, I think I've hit 600 something, 650,000, something like that. So I genuinely feel like that would be the best ban update, but this one is like just as powerful. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
a lot of hopes, you know, hoping the hopium, right? For
Yeah.
the upcoming updates. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta make plans, dude. Pre-farm everything. Everyone's
I
gonna get
love
ready.
farming.
I love farming.
No.
Those new artifacts.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's been great. I love farming
Probably
artifacts.
gonna be a new artifact set, and 2.5 anyways.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's gonna be fun.
Could you imagine it's just
Yes,
like
go
the
ahead,
most
ask questions,
overpowered
Will.
thing ever? It's got like
What, the new artifact?
yeah, it's got like 50% plunge damage bonus.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, that update better bring some Xiao buffs because it has been over a year. His state has not changed. It's
No, his
ridiculous.
artifact set has been the exact same since it came out, which I think is
There
stupid.
haven't been any characters that have increased his potential. It's just literally been the exact same. It's absurd. I don't know why MiHoYo refuses to update their favorite edgy boy.
I don't know. But we saw how ridiculous Albedo got with this brand new Husk of Opulent Dreams artifact set, because Albedo went from being like a mid-tier, A-tier option. Now he's just broken.
Yeah, his damage over the course of the update just doubled, and it's absurd.
Yeah,
I
so
hope Genshin
if
gets the same treatment, honestly, but we'll see.
we'll see though, because I mean they didn't do really much with other characters.
Hmm.
Like Diluc still hasn't. Well, Diluc hasn't. He's got Crimson Witches, which is broken, but still, Diluc hasn't gotten anything crazy.
I honestly don't feel like he needs anything because he's like a base character, right? But I mean, any increase to old characters is nice.
I personally think they should just say screw it and then just give him like dilute just 1,000,000% damage, and he probably still would be better than Ganya.
Yeah, I mean her charge shots do hit pretty hard. But you know, someone in chat did bring up a pretty interesting question. Any advice for new players, like starting out the
Um,
game?
my advice would just be take it how you want to take it slow, have fun with the game, enjoy yourself. Don't worry too much about getting characters. Just play for fun. There's no really reason to rush the entire game. The entire game has a beautiful story. It's one of the honestly, I'm not even lying. It's one of the best stories I've ever had. Like, still, the story is super engaging. I do think it would be 100% worth your time to take it slow. But my advice in terms of the gotcha aspect, yes, I think you should spend all your money and lose all your income.
Oh
I'm
my
serious.
god. Okay. Hopefully you people understand that as a joke. But the thing is with the gacha in this game, there is no requirement to summon at all. I've seen people beat like some of the hardest content with 3-star weapons and only 4 stars, and even just not summoning at all, and they still get through the game just fine. So if you like a character, go for them. Again, there's no reason to really go for meta, even though we do mention things like top characters or this is a powerful setup, right? You don't have to go for it.
Right.
Just have fun.
Yeah, I agree. Just having fun, I think, is the best part of the game.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. So, Blue also asked, do you have any regrets when starting out? I've heard a lot of in-game players are starting to burn out, get bored. What should you do
Oh,
to still keep motivating us to continue playing? Motivation for playing, I'll answer that one real quickly. Waifu.
my motivation for playing is the exact same reason. I like playing for the characters. I like seeing the new characters that come out, and I personally just like seeing some massive titties.
Hmm.
So honestly, though, things I regret doing is checking if the chests respawn every fucking week because of that one shit YouTuber. Hello guys, how's it going? Not
Uh,
throwing any names, but that guy basically who scammed the entire community. That guy's I don't know. Anyways, honestly, biggest things I regret doing is not really taking advantage of the big like cover cut thing that they got going on for the weekly bosses and stuff. I think taking advantage of that and making sure that you get the weekly bosses done is very important because it doesn't matter when, but sometime you will be getting a lot of characters, like a lot, and you're gonna need a lot of weekly boss materials. So just making sure that you got a lot of those farmed up really is gonna help out your entire account in general. Um, I don't know, Moira. I guess Moira is a good one. Moira, I farmed too much Moira at the start, and I kind of wasted my resin. I just wait until you unlock the final ley line. Same thing with EXP books. I left a lot of my characters at like level 70 and 80, which is what I recommend doing until you're confident enough that you can take them up to 90 and not sacrifice too much resources. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I don't regret doing, but most of it was like stuff that they just made better. Like they made the artifact system better. Now you can reroll artifacts with that new artifact box. So there's a lot of stuff that changed from when the game started to now. That if I would have told you that, you'd be like, oh, I already learned that one. But it's something that I didn't know because it literally was not in the game at that point.
Yeah. I do regret a few things. One is specifically upgrading characters. I have upgraded a few characters that I absolutely hate, or just I would consider aren't worth upgrading
Oh,
whatsoever.
hold on. I have another one. I have
It's
another one.
not something that not everyone's gonna feel the same way. Like characters like Child, right? I cannot believe I upgraded him. Like he's not bad. I just don't like how he plays. That's the main thing. And if I had to say any tip, my number one tip is always grind out events to your own capacity. You
Yes.
want to be able to get as much as you can from the events because it is saving you a ton of resin, and you are also getting powerful free weapons. The past few free-to-play weapons have been absolutely insane and are worth getting. And another
Speaking
thing
of weapons,
on that
hold
note, but
on.
before your point, right?
You fucker.
But, the teapot, it is worth upgrading simply because it saves you a bunch of resin. That is it. You don't even have to do it like fancy. Just make stuff so that you can hit the max level and get the free items from it.
Just make stuff, dude.
It's worth upgrading.
Okay, so as I was saying about the weapons, I do personally think upgrading your weapons is also a thing that I don't regret not like doing, because when I was upgrading my account, I would leave my weapons at like 70 and 80, but the difference between 70 and 90 for a weapon is ridiculous. So in terms of your attack power, I do highly recommend upgrading all of your weapons to 80 or 90, especially on your main characters. That's another thing I want to say about weapons. But I do agree with the teapot. The teapot is very important. A lot of people forget about it. The teapot gives you a lot of stuff. It gives you free resin every week. It gives you Mora. It gives you enhancement ores. It gives you books. There's a lot of stuff that it gives for you just literally. It just collects it over time. It's
Yeah,
literally just you
completely
sitting there
passive.
AFKing. Yeah.
All right, that's a funny question. So, listen, would you consider Genshin an easy game? I've seen a lot of tiers of this game always tell me different things. Who would be pulling for? I want to try hard, but don't want to struggle. So the thing is, we said this already. Pull for who you like. But the thing is, the actual like most used characters are like the meta picks kind of changes from update to update. There are strings of updates where they stay the same because there hasn't been
Yep.
a new character that adds a lot of gameplay value, or a
Yep.
character, or sorry, artifact set that completely changes multiple characters and entire setups, right?
Yep.
But for the most part, it's an easy game. I mean, I said this earlier, like free to play can completely beat Abyss without issues if you've been playing for long enough, right? If you got in now, yes, Abyss has become harder, but it is still something you can achieve completely free to play. It's not
Yeah.
an incredibly hard game.
My best advice is if you're struggling in Spiral Abyss, maybe try playing on a computer.
Okay, that is true. I feel like they don't treat the inputs equally, and that's not entirely their fault. It's just sort of the options that
Yeah.
are available on different platforms.
There's way more skill involved with PC, a lot more canceling and all that stuff that you can do on PC. They kind of, I'd honestly say it gives you an unfair advantage over mobile.
Yeah, you're able to. It's easier to do things on PC in comparison to other platforms, and not to mention load times.
Oh yeah.
It it differs from like old gen consoles to PS5, and from phone to PC, right? Having SSD, huge time saver.
5 loads really fast. I have Genshin on PS5. It's really fast. But
no,
no,
not everyone's gonna have an expensive PC.
or PS5, yeah.
Mhm.
Those are still hard to get.
Yeah, surprisingly. But yeah, I think we've been rambling on long enough. you know, but it was a
Yeah.
good conversation that we had. A lot of points we've gone over. I'm not sure I want to add anything else to this episode. Do you have anything?
Yeah, pool for Booba.
All right. One last question from the audience. I give him a second to type that, and I just drowned in game. Awesome. I think she's about to hit their
I drowned
12th
myself 100
update.
times in a row for like 100 views.
That was a bad video. I'm sorry.
It was
just
so
was.
good.
Anyways, Genshin's about to enter their 12th update passing anniversary of the 1 year mark. What do you think Genshin is doing wrong? What do you think they're doing right? Is there any consistency? I've heard there was a massive downfall on the anniversary, which might dissuade others from playing. So there was a huge anniversary fiasco that some players overreacted for, and others reacted appropriately. Multiple things happened, such as review bombing various games, not just Genshin, which could be considered out of line, especially since they were going on like Google Classroom and doing that. Like that makes no sense.
I mean, that just shows you how old the demographic is, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it just really shows the maturity rating of the demographic, especially with how they act during the live streams, which is absolutely absurd. But I'm not going to get into that right now. But the one thing I would say is, if you are for whatever reason watching this and you're considering playing the game, right? You're new to Genshin or whatever. Probably stay away from a lot of the bigger community unless you're specifically asking for help, because not like, while I have found this is probably the nicest community I've been in and a lot of awesome people, there are still those bad apples that act out constantly. It's really annoying.
Oh yeah, and they are very, very, very bad apples.
Yeah. And as for them doing anything wrong, Genshin gets a lot of things right. There's not too many wrong things. I do wish they did some things better, like um I honestly want to say quality of life things, which they are adding slowly, and they've proven that within the 2.4 live stream, which is very nice. And so I can honestly say that they're going in the right direction. And the main thing with that is they consistently update the game every 6 weeks, right?
They do.
So even though some people complain, oh, I don't have content, you can still do stuff, especially if you're a new player. There's going to be a lot for you to do. But
Look at this
I
artifact
mean,
I just
might
got.
as well grind artifacts, right?
Yeah, look. Speaking of artifacts, look what the artifact I got.
What'd you get? Oh, that is a nice artifact.
Yeah,
But
it's going straight
yeah,
on
I don't think I
Kido.
have anything else to add to that point, unless you have something.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for joining this episode, or I guess the first episode of the Kitchen Podcast. And
Word.
we will see you next time.
We will. Goodbye, everyone.